The stuff that has been most commercially successful for me, basically quite physical, quite childish, I increasingly feel I'm going to do a lot less of.
I feel the exact fucking same way, Rowan.
Yeah, one and the same.
Victim of his own
Except
success.
you're stuck here.
I've
I'm
said it for
basically,
years.
I'm an American Rowan Atkinson. I'm going to be Johnny English.
That's a
I'm
big
gonna be the next
statement
Johnny
to make.
I'm
English.
not sure about any of those things that you just said.
I'm the American.
I once went to the
We all
beach.
start going,
Jeff
I'm
Dunham.
I once went to the beach and I had to get into my bathing suit without the person at the beach noticing, so it involved pulling my underwear through my pants.
It was just me. You could have just changed.
That's pretty wacky.
I didn't realize Elise was blind. This episode is brought to you by Mack Weldon.
Underwear.
Underwear,
Hold on a
which
minute.
Mr. Bean is great at sliding his stuff
Trying to
through.
rip out of my...
Don't bring him into this.
Yeah. Underwear and more. So we'll be hearing more from them at the end
Isn't
of
that
the
who's
show.
doing it?
First question this week comes from, what is that, I Redden? Sure.
That's a T.
Shredding.
I Treadin? I took my glasses off. So anyway, with the introduction of the Let's Play family's mascot, Loopy, I'm not crazy about the name, what other RT brands or shows are getting mascots? What are their names and personalities? Would you like to know blood types as well? Any other questions?
I heard
Christ
that.
almighty.
Isn't On the Spot getting one?
Oh, yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Spotty.
Spotty.
I thought it was the Diddle Man. You finally get to the end
got
of
his
that
diddle
arm
hands.
that has the finger.
Oh, and you get to see who
and
it
it's
is?
a pedophile. It's a man in a trench coat looking really sketchy, standing on the edge of a playground.
John Reisinger?
No, his name's Spotty.
Oh, okay.
Spotty Diddles.
I heard that Tuesday Night Game Fights was going to have a new mascot for season 2.
Oh.
And it was going to be all of us. We're going to be out there every week doing
oh,
Tuesday
no.
Night Game Fights.
Oh,
yeah,
we're the mascot?
We
I
are
was
the
going to be
mascot.
a cancely. The cancel.
That's where I was going with it. Thank you, Adam. I
All
appreciate
right.
it.
Speaking of canceling, I think Day 5 has a new mascot.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's to represent the collective quality of the show.
Speaking of
It's a sort of statue type. Name is Streamy that I think will tell the world what a quality production that is.
Streamy, is it a guy just like peeing on the Day 5 logo? In your face, Josh Fagan!
Josh loves Elise. Thinks of Elise as almost a muse, and this is how she speaks
Well,
of
I
him.
love Josh. He's great. I love him.
guy is pissing on Day 5.
Day 5 is stupid. It's canceled.
Any press is good press. You can watch all of season 2 of Day 5, roosterteeth.com right now.
Right now, watch it. Also, Esports EJX. You can watch that too.
I heard that also Sex Swing was going to have a mascot.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
Finally.
What's the mascot?
Nacho Renewal.
Oh, the French mascot.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Oh, that's Mexican.
Mexican.
Nacho.
Nacho Renewal.
Nacho Renewal.
I like the idea of it's $1 million butt, except that it's a double entendre, so it's
It's a butt?
$1 million butt.
Oh,
Wait a
it's
minute,
like
hold
Jennifer
on.
Lopez's butt.
Oh, she was insured for $1 million, I
yeah,
think.
that's a really good idea.
And it gives us an excuse to show J-Lo's butt.
We could only get Gus.
We only get
To
Gus's
insure
butt?
Gus's
Oh,
butt.
Gus butt. Fucking Gus butt.
It's not $1 million butt.
Next question from Smiley Likes Things. What's the best way to save money for a great vacation? You know what I used to do? This is a true story. As a child, I used to wander down the streets and I looked for money in the gutter.
Oh.
Because
yeah.
typically there was
Where
money in the gutter.
frequently collects.
Isn't it like one time you actually found $1?
Hold on a minute. I found a jackpot. I'll tell you what I found. I found a roll of quarters, $10 worth of quarters in the mud. It was like literally like I found treasure. Oh, and there was John Reisinger standing.
it's Mr. Diddle. Tony Diddle.
He goes, go on, take it.
We have a lot of quarters down here. How many quarters can you count?
That's a really great
So-
way to save for a vacation.
I guess
Who
if
needs a
you're
vacation when you've already wandered the streets?
Go root around in some mud.
Country of ours.
Yeah, who cares? Whatever.
I guess the vacation involves a bus ride.
Yeah.
Building on that, the best way to have a vacation, don't save for the vacation, have the vacation pay you. Become a bus driver. Take a bunch of
Oh.
Chinese tourists
Yeah.
all around wherever you live,
Yeah,
because
you bet.
Chinese tourists love riding in buses all together. They don't want to see anyone else.
Hollywood Mansion tours.
I like where your head's at. I say abandon all your savings right away. Get to where you're going, throw your wallet out the window, and then just integrate yourself into society.
You would go to Japan, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, whatever. Not that I have connections there, or that I have tattoos I have to cover up. But yeah, no, it's all about the integration. It's about the story you got to tell when you cut off that one dude's finger because he was giving you lip. The police usually are cool with it. They're like,
Are
oh,
you part of
you're,
the Japanese mafia?
you're visiting?
that what
That's
you-
no problem. We thought you had money and you were just doing this to be a dick. No, I'm just trying to make my way out there.
As a sensual young woman
What?
with many
Where?
suitors.
Who?
What? It's me.
I'll say that.
It's me. I've found the best way to get a free vacay is to be human trafficked.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Put you in a shipping container.
Yeah, it's just you're just one shipping container away from living your dream.
Nice.
I've been to Thailand, Singapore.
Whoa.
Why do you keep getting sent back?
They say, no, we don't want you.
This one's too old. Sadly, Total Recall is not real yet, and VR is not even good enough yet. So I think for now, you just have to take LSD and lay out in the desert, and you can go wherever you
Is
want.
that how you save money for a vacation?
Shit.
Yeah, you gotta
You only
spend
have to buy
money on
one.
drugs.
LSD.
one drug and get the Chinese bus driver to take you to the desert.
That's
One LSD,
I'm not
please.
Chinese.
Use Bruce's quarters.
The bus is Chinese.
Yeah, you got $10 in quarters, baby.
You're not doing yellow face.
They're a
you're
little
doing-
money, but
Oh.
all right, Matt Peak, what about you?
What's your number one money saving scheme? Tip. Scheme. The bike, the compost heap, the giant bag of oats.
No, I mean the compost. I don't think the compost saves me any money.
Oh, it makes you money.
No. I mean, probably honestly, it's probably living with roommates.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
No, over time that the rent is
Yeah.
cheaper than if you get your own place. Typically, depending.
Absolutely.
Live with a bunch of dudes.
Well, you bet.
Next question from Big Lebowski 97.
Got it.
Each member of Funhaus becomes the lead in a new crime procedural. What quirk makes you the best detective for the job?
Oh man, that shit's easy. I can take somebody's fingerprint, draw a wireframe through it, spin it around, make it 3 dimensions, analyze it with the FBI databases and acoustic sound design, and then I get you a perfect recreation of their voice.
You do all of this without a computer?
Got a hammer on a lot. Well, I mean, it's not a real computer. The camera angles make it seem like it's a computer, but no, it's all up here. I'm the weird kid. I have like maybe one throwaway funny line in a given episode, but mostly it's
I
laptop.
think you just have Asperger's, man.
Because the creators of those shows are so out of touch, do you kind of just look like a goth?
Yeah.
Like, because that's what nerds look like?
And I walk kind of weird.
Yeah.
Can it be called Texas Instrument?
Oh, yeah, it's
the
from Texas.
Like the calculator, and you're from Texas.
They're
Yeah.
like, nerds will appreciate this joke. Dumb fucking nerds. It's for them.
Beat up our audience.
Bunch of fucking jocks.
Mine's called Eyes Wide Sewn Shut.
All right.
And so
Okay.
mine stars myself and Dawn. We started as regular detectives, but then we got in over our heads and we got involved with some bad people. And my eyes were sewn shut, and Dawn's mouth was sewn shut.
Oh,
so
you're a
now
comedy duo.
we have to solve crimes where only I can speak and only he can see.
Wow.
So we both only have half the information.
Eyes wide sewn shut is what it's called.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am a detective forged in fire. I've been the victim of every crime that exists. So I know how to solve every single crime.
Crimes?
Man, that's awesome.
I'm a crimes expert because I've been the victim of every single
been
conceivable
murdered?
scenario. Everything I've
Raped?
gone through.
Nigerian
Yes.
prince?
Robbed?
Everything I've gone through. So when another one comes up, I go, I remember this one, and I recall from when it happened to me. It's called Law and Order SV Me.
What's the crime where you get someone pregnant without them knowing? Like that
That sounds
actor
like a
Ian
miracle.
Somerhalder just got in trouble for this.
Oh.
Because he was like replacing his wife's
with Nikki Reed.
birth control
Is that her
Tic
name?
Tacs. And it's
What?
technically a crime. It's
Happened
like
to me.
yeah,
Got it.
happened to you?
unconsensual pregnancy or something like
That's
that.
what it's called, yeah.
So that happened to you?
Statute 8314B.
He knows. Can't get one over on this guy.
Yeah.
Because everyone else already has.
I would be Detective Robert Nose, and he could smell the fear on any of the people he investigated.
But can you smell other stuff too, or just
no,
fear?
just fear. He actually can't smell food or anything else, flowers, nothing really nice, but he can smell when someone's lying.
Capitalizing off the popularity of Westworld, I would do WWD, Wild West Detectives.
Oh, no.
And so it's mostly sexual assaults. And I'm the guy-
They didn't care about
they
it.
in
That was
the
a
Wild
crime
West
back
or-
then.
I'm the guy who can taste different types of semen. There's never been a procedural detective show set in the Wild West. There's always a dead hooker, and I got to go in there and go, I'm on the case. I go, it was Jimbo.
It's always
It's
Jimbo.
always Jimbo.
Well, because I have to go around town sucking every dude off. So I know the taste of
Like
different
samples,
semen.
yeah.
I'm like, this semen tastes familiar.
Get off me!
What happens in the episode where you get framed?
I got to clear my name.
And then you have to taste your own semen.
I'll get to the bottom if you take it. Me?
Yeah. Well, then I always have like a little thing of ginger to cleanse my palate.
All right, Matt Peak, what about you? Which detective are you?
My quirk is that I'm so hard-boiled that I strike fear into everyone, so they just tell me what I want to know.
Are you James Egg?
Did you just intimidate them? I did it. Oh, there you go.
Can't you be James Egg and then we'll call the show a Hard Boiled? But Matt Peak is James Egg as Hard Boiled.
He'll crack this shell of a case.
Oh, that's not
These
bad.
clues are scrambled.
Nothing's over easy.
All right, Lawrence.
Geez, man, no. Writes. A burglar breaks in and steals your most prized possession in the office. What did the bandit take off with?
I don't tell you guys this, or you may not know about this. I have something hidden in this office.
Oh. Is that what the smell's been? I thought it was the eggs, but...
I don't want you to know where I'm getting these from. I just bought some more yesterday.
Forever
Stamps?
Stamps.
Those stamps are going to be good forever.
These
I
are
have a ton of those.
Very few
collectible
things.
stamps.
Man, how did you get those?
And I
Those
use
are
them to
rare.
mail letters
I've
and
got a
stuff.
bunch.
You can
But
only buy them at every
I
gas
mail
station,
one
post
important
office, or
letter a month,
grocery store.
and I need these stamps, so don't steal them.
I thought it was going to be your roll of quarters that you framed like your first paycheck.
Oh yeah. These are the first quarters I found in the mud.
And last.
I have the perfect woman, or the woman that inspires me every day. Hold on. My collection here. There she is, Miss 2017.
There she is.
Your butt.
My head got rotated a little bit, but yeah.
Beautiful.
Good features, everything proportionate, celebrates the female form. And look this, multicultural and multigendered. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you everything we should strive to be in 2017. A big-titted polyvinyl chloride woman with the face of a black man.
His name's Locke.
Mine's really easy.
I know he's going
Where's
to
James
do.
going?
I know he's going to do.
Oh, somebody's gonna steal Benson?
Mine would be Benson. Oh, cover his shame.
They're gonna steal him?
They would try. Look at him. I know what you were thinking. I was gonna say my diva, but
I think
really
he's gonna
nice.
go to Elise. He never does.
no,
Never goes to
Benson.
Elise.
Like
you
a
know,
floppy
I can
disk.
always get a new diva.
My most prized possession is always on camera. It's right up above me. It's my Star Trek figurine.
Oh!
He broke his most
Audience, just remember, Adam loves
biofreeze it
Star
back
Trek and
together.
Star Trek memorabilia. So if you want to send him
threw it in the trash.
Star Trek ships, he'll love it.
Matt Peak, what about you?
I'll say my sweatshirt because I like to be comfortable while I work.
You're gonna tear it off your back?
Yeah, what are
That's
you talking?
good. That's
You're
a good
wearing
thing.
it right now.
Yeah.
The fan give you something
I don't
like
always
very
wear it,
special?
Hey.
but
Is that your bag of boiled eggs in the fridge?
no.
Whose
Okay.
eggs are those?
Eggs are those?
thought
Sorry,
it was-
I didn't.
That's what the bandit didn't steal. He came and left something of his own.
He gave us our own eggs?
a clue.
I thought maybe if
What
they
do
were yours, that
hard-boiled
would be
eggs
valuable to you.
All right, Elise.
This is from Barely Crazy. Japan has led the way in toilet technologies in recent times, and the West has fallen behind. Behind, I get it. What toilet tech triumphs would Funhaus add to the humble Western toilet?
So you've heard of the toilet plunger that plunges the toilet when you clog it. Well, I've got a different sort of plunger, sort of like mounted like a bidet where it sprays water, but instead it jams straight up on your butthole, and then it plunges out your poop. So you don't have to worry about forcing it out or even using your muscles
That's a great
anymore.
idea.
It just jams it right up in there.
What's the shape of this thing?
It's long and cylindrical,
Okay.
and it's got a little bit of a mushroom tip, so then
yeah.
that way when it can go in, it
You're like a Smurfs tie-in.
it
But
inserts.
it's probably gonna have to generate like a little bit of suction.
There's a lot of like a repeated movement and
Yeah.
stuff like
Okay.
that. But eventually, the more you plunge your butthole,
Yeah.
the more that falls out because it loosens it up.
That's a good idea.
Is that true?
Yeah. Bust it out. It's like fracking.
Your anus can stretch to the size of a CD.
That's what I've heard.
That's what I know.
Round. I hate it when I go into the bathroom and, I mean, the plunger would help, but I'm frequently spending 45 minutes to an hour and a half on the toilet. Wow. So I need a snack. And I've long lamented that there's not a refrigerated compartment on the side of the toilet, so I can just pop it open, grab myself out a little egg.
Grab an egg while you're on the shitter.
Maybe have a little salt shaker pop off the other side. I can salt up my egg.
I think it's a little primitive that we're still wiping our own butts. And I know that not every butt is created the same, so an AI system that does it for you is a little too complex. Let's,
Right.
It's machine learning.
What about like artificial hands that you slide into like a mech suit?
So that way you can like scrape the poop out with your
So
fingers.
you can
but
you're
don't have to
you're
do the
in
dirty
there
work.
and it's just
Get
you
the
going
VR.
like this, like peeling out your own poop. That
sounds
right?
like a great idea.
And going
Cool.
out.
It's
like
and then
that
when
soda
you're
thing
done,
at the bar.
come out of it again.
Wow.
And your hands, you're completely clean.
Completely. You don't even have to
Wow.
wash your hands.
I would say actually no one has really reinvented the toilet like I'm about to. The problem is your legs always fall asleep.
It's true they do.
Japanese, American, European, doesn't matter. What we need to do is put the toilet on the wall, like they don't the urinal,
Yeah.
so that you're standing, and it's more of this motion.
Right.
Okay.
So you're pooping into like a hole in the wall?
Yeah.
Is the water just spilling out
Gravity's
constantly?
going to take the poop. It's going to fall towards you.
Yeah.
It's not going to fall into the bowl.
But there's also a hole on the other side. It's a glory hole. That's the joke.
I'm surprised that none of you have said this yet. You put a squat rack on top of that
squatty
toilet.
potty.
Every time you go
And yeah,
down.
you're gonna have to shit yourself when you're squatting anyway. So just let it be free. And also, you put some pedals in front of it. Your legs don't fall asleep because you're pedaling.
Oh, wow.
And that pedal's gonna flush that toilet.
Eat an egg out of that refrigerator as you're squatting and running.
Yeah, James doesn't like it because he doesn't think about it. But if he could shit and squat, he'd be in heaven.
Matt Peak?
This probably already exists, but I like the idea of the toilet seat is warmed. There's a warmer.
Have you never sat on a warm
No, hold on. He's going to expound on that.
No, that was it.
Explain his
That was
idea.
it.
All right, so it's warm. Then your idea.
That was it.
Oh,
Oh, the thing that exists.
Probably exists already.
Those have
Yeah.
existed for
It has for decades.
thousands of years.
Really?
All right, Matt Peak, last
A lot of
question.
lid scraping.
Polite Rude Boy asks, is there anything you do in the office that you feel goes unnoticed or unappreciated?
I always stay late and vacuum the keyboards so Gattaca doesn't happen.
Okay.
that is how Gattaca happens. They vacuum the keyboards.
So I'm helping.
You're helping. You are Gattaca.
You're helping Gattaca.
I made Gattaca happen.
I often bring in eggs to our refrigerator, and I pretend that I don't know
Free eggs.
who brings them in, but then I leave them there, and I know somebody's gonna eat them. Like when Lawrence had egg and beer.
Kiss me, baby. I'm loaded.
Disgusting.
This isn't something I do, but I'm going to say Matt Peak. Matt Peak and his answers.
You're underappreciated.
Underappreciated
underappreciated.
for sure. Yeah.
I don't feel underappreciated, except for, well, never mind.
Oh, wait a minute, Matt, hit it.
Except for...
I was gonna say I go around each morning and throughout the day really fast and warm all the toilet seats with my body.
Oh,
I knew it.
That's really nice of you.
I thought I could taste Matt Peak on that
I thought it was
toilet
those
seat.
guys with IBS.
Now that's $1 million
They
butt.
they help. They help sometimes.
Yeah, they're in there like
they
3
have it?
times a day. It's
If you like warm buns...
Does at least want to answer?
Well, I was gonna say, I'll tell you what I do that I feel goes unnoticed, unappreciated. I don't have any great Mack Weldon underwear, so I keep my clothes on.
Mine is better.
So
If
no
you
one-
like warm buns, make sure you're wearing a nice pair of underwear like Mack Weldon's. They're better than whatever you're wearing right now. This episode is sponsored by Mack Weldon. Thank you for your support. Mack Weldon believes in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping. It's as easy as ever to shop on Mack Weldon. You get actually there's a little bar that fills up, and you get discounts for depending on how much you buy. It's kind of cool.
Simple.
It's very simple. Mack Weldon will be the most comfortable underwear, socks, shirts, undershirts, hoodies, and sweatpants that you will ever wear. They even have a silver line of underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial, which means they eliminate odor, which means no matter how long Lawrence spends on the toilet, he's going to step out of that stall. His shirt's going to be like completely
like a rose.
just smell like a
Except
shirt.
for all the egg crumbles, but yeah.
Well, like egg crumbles, but if you don't smell those parts, they're
brush
going to be fine.
Then you end up smushing them in. It's
Mack
horrible.
Weldon wants you to be comfortable, so if you don't like your first pair, you can keep it, and they will still refund you, no questions asked. Not only does Mack Weldon's underwear, socks, and shirts look good, they perform well too. I only work out in Mack Weldon's. I have I think 2 pairs of other underwear that I use for trash things, like slumber parties with my gal pals. That's it. If I'm going to the gym, if I'm going to go to the gym and do a squat poop, it's going to be in my Mack Weldon's. Hopefully
It's
the silver
true.
line. So if you need a great pair of underwear or basically any sort of comfortable clothing, go to MackWeldon.com, get 20% off using promo code OPENHOUSE, HAUS. Thank you, Mack Weldon, for your sponsorship.
Come with me if you want to live.
Nice.
Yeah, I couldn't be the guy who hair dried beasts.
Oh man, I could not be the guy that had to put the blue paint all over Kelsey Gray. Was so fat and
Blue
old.
paint. That's just Gus Chris.
I couldn't be the doctor who performs Beast's gastric bypass.
I couldn't be the physical therapist that helps Beast recover his hip mobility after he broke
Oh man, he broke his hip as Beast. Matt Peak, how would you